today I'm presenting on Avena Sativa, otherwise known as common oats, milky oats, or oat straw. It's from the Middle East, and its ancestor Asterales grew in the Fertile Crescent of the Near East, so these are its origins. It eventually migrated itself to cooler temperate regions, which is its preferred climate, and it's become a staple in places such as Northwest Europe and Iceland, Scotland. It's a very important staple in these places. It is used as livestock feed. It's a staple in diet. It's used in ground cover, and herbally it can be made as an infusion or a tincture, or in a vinegar. It can be eaten as oatmeal made into oat flour. Pure oat is naturally gluten-free, but it's been hybridized so many times, or that's like really common, so it does become hybridized with other plants and does have gluten in it, or like a lot of the facilities that it's made in will cross-contaminate and get gluten. So if you are gluten intolerant or have celiac disease, then I would recommend either avoiding it completely or making sure that you are using gluten-free oats. Otherwise, there are no contraindications that you need to worry about. So it's grown in the late spring, early summer in cooler areas, and late summer, early fall in warmer areas. And this is because in the extreme summer heat, it will go dormant. So the parts used, it's pretty much the whole plant. We don't really use the roots, but the straw and the seeds. The milky oat tops are picked before maturity, so when they're still in the sticky, milky phase. If you're wanting to tincture it, then you want to use it when it's still fresh, or for the milky oat tops. Otherwise, the grass and the tops can be dried and used in infusions and vinegars. So its constituents, it has proteins, it's a fixed oil, it has vitamin E, sugars, and starch. It's high in silicone, and the grass is especially high in silica. It has lipids, minerals, and vitamins, especially high in B complex, and steroidal saponins. Its action, so it's a nervine tonic, a sweet nutritive tonic, antidepressant, demulcent. The polysaccharides in the oats bring water to the tissues, and it's like moistening. So for tissues and cells, it's a vulnerary, so it promotes healing and regeneration of damaged tissues. So for its uses, it strengthens the nervous system. The sugars and starches increase carbohydrate digestion and metabolism. So kind of like what I was just saying, it helps rebuild connective tissues, fingernails, and hair, and is just really supportive for those areas of our body. It soothes overwrought, frazzled emotions. For example, like someone that's known for burning the candle at both ends. It restores our emotional foundation. So people who, let's say, like have long-term stress and illness, nervous exhaustion, like if you have gone through like experiences that you now have PTSD, like the fear is like always there, even like long after the threat is gone. If you have like anxiety and chronic illness, chronic pain, long-term stress, and it helps also relieve withdrawal symptoms related to addiction. Oat straw can also be made into a bath for soothing inflamed skin and like skin conditions. Oatmeal, it's a soluble fiber that can help promote healthy bowel function, and it can help improve and lower blood pressure. So for preparations, you can make it as a vinegar, and that really helps extract the vitamins and minerals in oat straw. And if you were to do that, so you want to let the vinegar sit for 2 to 4 weeks and use wax paper if you're using like a jar. So you put it in a jar, add vinegar, and use wax paper if you have a metal lid, because otherwise the vinegar will make the metal rust. You can make oatmeal porridge, you can tincture the fresh milky oat tops like I mentioned before. You can do an infusion or an overnight infusion. So you can either let it sit for 15-20 minutes, so hot water and the dried herbs, or let it sit on the counter overnight. That's the way that I prefer to do it. But if you have any questions, you can just, come to me and ask, and I can help you with more specific recipes or preparations. So personally, I'm drawn to this plant and really appreciate its properties, and it's been a great ally for me when I was going through like a lot of like life changes that were really difficult, and it really like helped ease the pain of transitions, and just like by giving me like a really solid foundation. So I was going through a breakup while at the same time getting sober, and like both of those things like just on their own are really difficult. So together, like I feel like especially mixed with reishi, like these are both like very supportive, like nutritive allies that you can use when you're going through like transitions and your body is just depleted. So if anyone has any questions, like please feel free and come talk to me. I know that it's not easy in this climate right now, and oats are just really like sweet and nutritive, and even just like the infusions are really yummy. So when I was like going through these withdrawals from substances and also like intimacy and like these like tough things, it's like just having something there that you can prepare that's an ally to you. Like my relationship with plants has just helped me like tremendously to keep moving forward and having like something new to be obsessive about that wasn't like a person or something that's like harmful to your body. It's like these things, like over time you develop a relationship with it, and the ritual and meditation of the preparation is just like a really beautiful thing. So I really welcome anyone to come to me to talk. I know that like we're all in a really isolated place right now, and so media is something that can really connect us and like support community, even though we can't physically be in the same space. Just like being able to communicate about like what's going on is really powerful and important. So yeah, come to me with any questions, or if you want to share. I love to share with people. So all right, take care.